This makes men wait in line for you. In this video, you will discover what exactly women are doing that are being chased after like bees to honey baby. And this has nothing to do with the age, your dress size, your weight, all those things, but about those qualities that I'll be talking about today. Now, if you're ready to attract the right man for you, then pop into the comment section. I am ready. I'm, of course, Antia, founder and creator of the Magnetize Your Man method. And look, this is the channel where we magnetize your man so that the man you want desires and pursues you forever. Now, if you like anything about what I share, what I wear, about my background, do me a favor and give it a like. And also don't forget to subscribe for more juicy videos coming your way. And lastly, don't forget to forward it to a girlfriend or two. And I highly recommend listen until the very end for a very special surprise bonus. All right, let's go ahead and dive right into really the qualities that make men wait in line for you. Number 4 is you treat him well when you are in power. Okay, let me explain this to you. So what normally happens when a woman is anxious, right? She's, of course, like doing everything she can. She overgives, she gives her power away, right? She accommodates. She loses her self-respect. She loses boundaries. And then what happens is when she then finally is in power, meaning when she knows that the man is fully committing to her, that he is fully invested in her, so that she no longer has to, like fight for his attention or fight for his love, then usually it switches and she can become mean or she can go into abusing her power, right? She can become a bitch out of the sudden. Why is she doing that? Well, because she gave all her power away. So now she wants to get her power back, right? So once she knows that the man is interested in her, she can act in emasculating ways. This is also where a lot of single successful women really sabotage their love life completely because they don't know how to be with something beautiful when they actually have it, when they're no longer chasing after it. And I know what you want to say, Antia, no, that's not going to be the case for me. How do you know? Have you ever experienced it? Right? Most women haven't. Most women haven't met the right man for them who makes them feel safe, secure, cherished, have massive polarity, there is desire, they feel supported. In short, they're connected on all levels, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, right? Like when that happens, that's what can occur. So to give you an example, when I was dating my husband, Brody, and that was like quite a minute ago, that was like about 9 years ago, and I was upset about something, and I think it was, I forgot the dishes in the sink, something like that. So, but we already, I think we were already living together, so I think we were engaged, and I was like, I could manipulate and could like guilt trip him because I'm really annoyed right now. And I'm just annoyed and I'm going to leave my annoyance out of him. But what actually ended up happening is I also remembered, wait a minute, I actually said that in order to have integrity, or we call it queen integrity, you may want to write that down, is what you think, what you say, and what you do has to be in alignment. So I said, oh my gosh, now I thought I want to manipulate him. I want to guilt trip him. But now I need to say that too, because otherwise I lose my integrity to myself, with myself in the world. And so I actually said, well, babe, hey, so my ego just wanted to manipulate you. And I know what you're thinking, right? Like that's what my brain was thinking, the same thing. I was saying, Antia, are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? He's never going to trust you again, right? But I did it anyways. And funny enough, against to contrary belief, he actually laughed and he said, oh, really? How did this part want to do that? And I said, well, I wanted to manipulate you, I wanted to kind of sabotage you, guilt trip you. And we had a good laugh, right? And that also freed up even more space for him to be honest with me, to be authentic, transparent, and of course, deepen our relationship tremendously. Now, I'd love to know also, where are you watching from, which country or state? Number 3 is what makes men wait in line for you is an incredible attitude. So I'll give you this example. What's so great about this? So look, things happen in life, right? Like you fall short on something, disappointments occur, right? Setbacks happen, maybe, somebody in your family gets sick, or, there's a car accident, or maybe you didn't get the raise at work, or you got, rejected by a friend, or, whatever it is, right? So something occurs and you could go into complaining, right? Like, this is just how it is. And, there's nothing I can do about. And, I'll always be a loser. I'm not good enough. And then you could put it actually on the man too, right? Like, please tell me that I am good enough, right? I'm telling you that I'm not good enough because I'm hoping that you tell me that I'm good enough, right? So I want you to actually validate me and build me up when I can't do this for myself. So what you can do instead that's highly attractive is actually say, you know what, let me actually turn the boat around and actually say, you know what, I know that life is conspiring on my behalf, right? Like everything that's happening to me is happening for me. Now, that's one of my basic beliefs. Every coin has two sides. You can either see the negative from what's occurring, right? Or you can see the positive. Like, what's so great about this? And when a man sees that you are actually like focusing on the positive, what's so great about this? Right? We missed the exit. We're totally lost, right? Or the last hotel got booked out, by the way, true story. When my husband and I traveled the world, we had to find a hotel in the middle of the night. So what's so great about this, right? Versus like bitching and moaning and putting it on him and emasculating him and blaming him. Oh, what's so great about this? So try it out and let me know how that works for you. Now, speaking of positive intention, let's talk about positive tension. Number 2 is men are waiting in line for you if you can hold positive tension. So I want you to imagine this. You're going on a date and you're sharing your heart out. You're sharing what something about yourself. And you don't know what he thinks about it. I mean, you don't know what interpretations he makes from that. You don't know what we call them archetypes, what energies he has inside of himself, what his preferences are, and so on. So in short, you are very much in the unknown. You have no idea. So then what happens is a lot of women will laugh. They will chuckle when I said something that made them feel uncomfortable. Or they will talk a lot. They will talk about their vacation. They will talk about their work. They will talk about themselves. They will talk about their friends. They don't even know anymore what they talk about because they're totally spiraling out, because they're disconnecting from themselves, because they can't hold that tension inside of themselves. They need to release it, right? In short, they're saying, like me, like, is that right? Is that right? Do you like this? Do you like this? But when a man's really waiting in line for you, right, it's really for a woman who can hold that tension. It's like, all right. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know how he's feeling. I'm just going to feel myself firmly rooted on the ground, right? Both feet. I feel my butt in the chair, right? I feel myself being fully here, and I trust that whatever happens, I can deal with. I have all the resources inside of myself to deal with whatever comes my way. And when you do that, he is highly attracted because he thinks like, what is that inside of her? What's that? It becomes almost mysterious, right? What is she holding? So let me know how that works for you. Again, if you like this content and what I share so far, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Number 1 is self-respect. And now this goes a long way. So for one, let's talk about boundaries. Now, what a lot of women do when they go on dates and they notice that there was something I didn't like. Maybe the dad, oh my gosh, why did I say dad? Maybe the guy didn't open the door. Or maybe he didn't pull back the chair. Or maybe he mentioned something she didn't really agree with, right? And then what you do is say, well, I don't know him that well. Let's just kind of see how that falls, right? Like, let's just see a couple more dates and see if he makes those remarks again. And let's wait for the next phone conversation. Yeah, let's just, I'm just not going to say something for now. I'm not going to rock the boat, right? Because I don't really know him that well. And yeah, I don't know if that was a joke. However, like what men actually really respect is knowing where they're at any given moment. So that means you setting boundaries. I would say your queen sets boundaries from the get-go. So she'll set boundaries right there and then. And she'll say, hey, I just really enjoyed my dinner with you tonight. Just really thank you for the conversation and or the yummy food or whatever it is, right? It's something great. And I've noticed something. Can I be honest with you? And sure, so what I'm noticing was that, you didn't open the door for me or whatever the case may be, right? So you really pay attention to like, okay, this is what I'm noticing. You ask him for permission and, like, hey, I just want to, open up an open dialogue. I want to have a healthy dialogue. I want to be authentic, transparent, and so on, right? So you're actually creating sort of the context why you're telling him that. And then you end it with, like, you're an amazing man. I'm sure, like you want to, you want to make it a great evening and all the things. And then see what he says. So you want to set boundaries. You want to communicate your standards. And then he can decide if he's going to step up to it or not. Now, self-respect is also saying, you know what, when you're tired, when he asks you out on a date, or you would have to rush, or he asks you to drive halfway, please don't do that. Please don't do it. Please don't do that. Because what I've really seen is that quality men who are really into you, they will drive. They will drive 2 hours. They will drive 3 hours. They will drive. They will invest the time, the money, the energy to see you. They will never ask you if a man is anchored in his, what we call the king. He would never ask you to drive halfway. Like that would actually take away from his own self-respect. So that's really something also to keep in mind. So that when he asks you, like, can you come halfway? Yeah, it seems like tonight is rather inconvenient for you. Why don't we reschedule? Right? So you make clear to him, like, okay, see, it seems to be inconvenient to you to, like, tonight to come to me. So let's find a night when you can come to me. So try that out and then let me know. In general, before I share my final bonus secret, comment below, what do you think makes men wait in line? And finally, for those of you who wait until the very end, being in your essence is my bonus. Now, when I say being in your essence, that really means having the courage to be yourself, right? To not compare yourself to the neighbors, to wear what you want to wear, to talk how you want to talk. If you want to make a joke, even if it's not appropriate, you do it anyways. And what he really loves about it when you're in your essence is you advocate for who you are. You're unapologetic about it. So if he were to point out to you, oh, hey, I don't know if you laughed a little loud at the restaurant, right? I don't know if we could do that. Like you'd be like, oh, that's me. This is who I am. Like I'm the life of the party. I love life and so on, right? So you're in your essence, you're unapologetic, and it will draw him to you because he will wonder, wait, where's she taking that courage from? And oh, maybe I want to have that freedom too. Maybe I want to be able to do something like that. Maybe I restrain myself and think I can only do certain things. I have to follow certain rules and restrictions and regulations. And you are actually teaching him to, hey, liberate yourself from your self-constraints. Enjoy life a little bit. Be yourself, right? Be that what I call the unicorn. Now, if you want to dive much deeper with this and really uncover how to attract the right man for you, then apply for a free one-on-one Magnetize Your Man clarity session with me or my expert love coaches from my team at mymcall.com. The link is also in the description below. And if you haven't done so already, watch next. When a man deeply loves you, he will start saying these 5 things. Lots of love to you, ladies, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.